See it. I just want you to see. If you don't do nothing on this call, but see it at the end of this. That is telling me how you think, and how you think will change what you do. Now that we know the lifestyle that we want, we have to look at the thing that we do, and we have to compare the things that we do with the things that we want. And now that we know what we want, we'll do different things. We'll go a little harder. We got a vision. Oh my gosh. Some of you are going to go to your spouse today and say, yo, here's the vision. But you want to know what's cooler than buying a house? Being able to buy a house and not. You know what's cooler than going shopping once a week? Being able to go shopping once a week and deciding not to. You know what's cooler than traveling once a month? Being able to travel once a month and not. It's called freedom. At least experience what freedom is like in your head first. Because if you can experience what freedom is like in your head, you will soon have it in your hand.
7:45 a.m. Catch me on the morning meetup, hosted by David Shanes.
I had some realizations being out of town, and I was able to realize what I want. I was able to really take some time to identify what is the thing that I want. Like, what do I really, really want out of life? And I think once we take some time to really think of what we want out of life, it will really start to shape what we do. But sometimes we don't spend time to think about what we want out of life, and we just take whatever life gives us because we haven't really sat down and think of what we wanted. So today, the topic of today's call is, how much money do you want to make? So we're just talking about not all the things that you want out of life, but today we're just talking about how much money do you want to make. Somebody throw it in the chat real quick. Let's just go on a yearly basis. Let's go yearly. How much money do we want to make per year? Throw it in the chat. Let me see what y'all doing. How much money do you want to make a year? Per year. Just want to make 500,000. Ooh, I like that. At least 5 million, 500. I ain't mad. A billy, 500,000. I ain't mad. An extra 360. Good. 5 million. 350,000. Just a mil. Light little mil. 300 mil. I ain't mad at that. Now, question is, what you want and what you do, are they congruent? So all of our numbers that we just put in the chat, what we want, the amount of money that we want to make, and the amount of work that we're putting in, or the things that we're doing, do they match, is the real question. This is why taking a long look at what we want is very important, because now we can start to match what we want with what we do. Okay. Here's what I've come to realize and understand is that what you do is a result of what you think. So what you want is a result, or what you'll soon have is going to be a direct result of what you do on a regular basis. But what you do is driven by what you think of, what's going on in your head. I am not ashamed to do a whole message on mindset, because I understand that that's the whole game. That's where it is. That's where all this stuff happens. That's where your success or failure happens. Everything you think about, because what you think about dictates what you do dictates what you have. But if we haven't identified what we want out of life, or we don't know what we deserve, or in our head, we feel like we don't deserve much, we're not going to do much. If we don't do much, we won't have much. The whole game starts in our head. So I'm going to ask you, for the next, I don't know how many months we have left in a year, to make your goal of what you want congruent with the type of activity. I want to be able to prosecute you for going after the thing that you want. Like some of you, listen, if the forensic team came to your house, we would not be able to prosecute you. There wouldn't be enough evidence to show that you are going after your dream. If you are going to be prosecuted for going after a dream, there will be no evidence, no signs. This guy's clean as a whistle. Nope, he's not grinding. we cannot take them into custody. We can't. There's no evidence. Look around your house, look at your calendar, look at your text messages, the things that we do. It's so far off from the goal of things that we want, it's scary. Listen, there's got to be evidence. Like there's a little kid. We can convict that little girl for saying, I want to be an artist. You know why we can convict that little girl? Because when you go into a room, there's paintings on the wall, there's artwork in the drawer. She done got a bunch of beatings for drawing on the wall. Because what I do, I can't contain my dream. I can't. The person who is really going after their goal, if you're going to get a bunch of witnesses from their friends and family, they would say, yeah, we'd have to testify against this person. That's all they talk about. That's all they talk about. Listen, hopefully someone could for sure convict me of being very passionate about podcasting. Talk to my friends. What do you do? Oh my gosh, he won't stop talking about podcasting. He's told me to start a podcast 1,000,000 times. Lock this man up. Guilty as charged. But some of us, there's no trace of grind. There's no trace of work ethic. There's no trace of it. So, but I think a lot of that is stemming from the fact that we haven't sat down to really identify what we want. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to do a whole bunch of ranting. You're going to have to do a whole bunch of work, but maybe I'll rant while you do work. Okay. But here's a list of things I want us to identify. Okay. Everyone wants to live the life of their dream, but nobody knows what it costs. So let's just calculate. Okay. Let's calculate the lifestyle. So we can identify how much money we need or how much money we want. If you're with me, say I'm with you in the chat. Just if you're with me, just say I'm with you. Okay, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Because we're going to talk a bunch about money this month in the morning meetup. And I don't want anybody that is maybe extremely religious who joined us to think we're going to talk about like how to do all good in the world. Sometimes for this month, we are just going to talk about money, okay? And some of you think that money will corrupt you, and it could, but I don't believe that necessarily. I think corrupt people get money and they become more corrupt. There's a person that will get over on you for $10 that will get over on you for 10,000, and it's that love of the thing. But today, I mean, this whole month, I hope you're not going to be offended, but we're going to talk about money. All right, cool. So let's calculate the lifestyle. How much house do you want? Throw it in the chat. How much house do you want? This would be good. How much house do you want? How much do you think you're going to pay for your house? The dream house. The dream joint, though. House. How much are we going to pay for this house? Do y'all be on Zillow like me? Y'all know. A few days a week, I'm on Zillow. Looking at the house. Okay. Dream house, 2,800,000. I like it. Primary is 9 million. Ooh-wee. 1.75. In the Atlanta market, 2 million. I love it. 2.5. All right. 1.5 to 2 million, 2.4. All right. Now we know house cost is going to be $2 million, or it's a big consensus. It's going to be about $2 million. How much is your mortgage going to be? How much is that mortgage? Rule of thumb, every $1 million, you can look at about $5,000 house note, every $1 million. So if you're saying I want $1 million house, you can probably look forward to a $5,000 house note. If it's a 10, just rule of thumb. Now, interest rates change, deposit changes, but just rule of thumb. $2 million house, $10,000 a month. Okay? So we're just calculating the lifestyle that we want. I'm saying if you want a $3 million house, we need to start with the number of $15,000 a month. Our business needs to produce. And we're gonna go through a whole bunch of things. Okay, so let me turn my board on real quick, man, because we got to do some calculate. We have to do some calculations of the numbers this morning because you're gonna identify how much money you need. Because if we don't know how much money we need, we don't know how much money to go after. It's gonna be good, I'm telling you. So our house. Let me get my board on. Let me get my board on. All right, cool. So we're gonna calculate the lifestyle, house amount, and the notes. Okay. Let me oh, tell me my board's working today. Is my board working today? Is it? No, I don't see it. Oh, that sucks. Dang, this would have been good too. All right, forget it. I'm gonna write it and then we're gonna calculate it together. I'll just tell you the number, okay? So let's just say, oh, I can do it this way. Actually, I can do it in Zoom. Let's just do it in Zoom. Let's do it in Zoom. Doing it and doing it and doing it in Zoom. Let me okay, whiteboard. There we go. Let's share this. Okay. Let's say, for instance, our house note is $10,000 per month. We got 10,000 there. Okay, so we're gonna keep that there. Actually, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth. I'll bring it down. 10,000 for a $2 million house. Let's just say we got to calculate the lifestyle. Say, calculate the lifestyle. Calculate the lifestyle. Throw it in the chat. Calculate the lifestyle. Number two, how much is the vehicle that you want? How much is the car? How much is the note? Again, things change. Things change based on down payment, interest rate, city that you live in, taxes, all that kind of stuff. $135 million car. I know that. All right, cool. $300,000 car. I don't know what that's going to be. It's going to be your responsibility to identify if I have a $300,000 car, how much is it going to cost me? Let's go to the internet. Let's go to the internet. Let's go to Google and I will share my screen for my family. And bow, Google Chrome in there. How much is a car note of a $300,000 car? All right. What's the average payment of a $30,000 vehicle? $40,000. We're not even going to look at those. That's crazy. Why would we do that? You're not getting no $30,000 car. Okay, here we go. Car payment calculation. Let's say the car is $300,000. You guys see my screen, right? You know what? I don't like this website because they don't even let you dream big enough. They only let you go to 80,000. I don't like it. I don't like it. Nope. All right, well, we'll multiply, okay? Let's say we have an $80,000 car. We don't put a down payment down, no trade-in, or we put $1,000 payment down, good credit, term loan, 72 months, $1,427 a month at a 9.9 APR. Dang, that's high. At a 9% interest rate, we're looking at $1,400,000. Let's just double that to 160. That is $2,800. Let's double that to 320. That would be a $5,600 car note. Ready for that? Are you ready for that? We could pay cash. You're right, Shay. Could pay cash. But let's just say our car note is $5,000. Now, Missy, you're saying I'm never doing that. Never say never. Never say never. Everything is relative, right? So right now we're thinking, whoa, $5,000 for a car note is ridiculous. Well, it's all relative, right? Let's say, for instance, somebody here has there's an $80,000 car note. I mean, an $80,000 car, and the car note is $1,500 or $1,400 or whatever it said. $1,400 a month, but the person makes $100,000 a month. What's $1,400? Nothing at all. So let's say I have a $5,000 car note, but you make $500,000 a month. It's nothing. It's nothing. Ain't nothing about ain't nothing to it. You got the bread. It's all relative. Listen, so there are some things that you think you're not going to pay for now, but when you are on a whole nother level, that's why when I think Rashad said something like, when he goes on a date and let's say his date is with some friends, he's going to buy drinks for all of them. He's going to take the bill for all of them. And there are some people that say, I would never do that. I would never do that. But we don't know what's in that man's pocket. And him saying, I'll pay for you and all your friends is equivalent to me when I was working at the Cheesecake Factory saying, you can go to a nice restaurant, just you. It's equivalent. So, but we're calculating. Let's say we have a $2 million house, $300,000 car note. We are at $15,000 a month in expenses. How often, throw it in the chat real quick. How often do y'all eat out? Like in your lifestyle, like the lifestyle that you want. How often do you eat out? This is important stuff. How often do you want to eat out? Every day, twice a week, every day, every 3-4 times a week, 5, eat out king now. I love it. 2 to 3 times a week. Listen, I'm going to let you all in a secret, okay? My wife is pregnant. And she orders DoorDash twice a day. Twice a day, okay? It's twice every day. Some days she'll feel like cooking, and twice a day. Oh my gosh, this is real. This is real stuff right here. Why not get a chef? I don't know. Look, when she get hungry, I mean, I would have to have a chef in-house, because when she get hungry, when that baby hungry, she need to feed that baby within 50 minutes, and she'll order what she wants, and she just does it. Now, once upon a time, that would be a deal breaker for me, okay? Woman, why don't you cook? I don't care if you're pregnant or not, you just need to cook. And when I get home, it need to be a hot meal on the table. But I take great pride in the fact that my wife is taking care of my child, and whatever makes her happy, she needs to do that. So I'd say, whoa, that'd be crazy. Twice a day? Yes. This is why I work so hard. I work hard to make sure when my wife wants to cook, she cooks. When she needs DoorDash, she does DoorDash. She don't order she don't go to the grocery store. She orders the groceries. I would have been sick at some point. Like, yo, we're not about to pay nobody to go pick up my groceries, but yes, we are. Yes, we are. If that's what you want to do, that's what you do. Take care of my child, because the less stressed you are, the more protected my baby is in that womb. So do that. Do that. I'm just saying, like, you need to have an idea. It's like, it's the little stuff in your future lifestyle that you want to go after. It'd be the little stuff. Imagine, like, there's some people, and I'm not, shouts out to you. If you spend an hour and a half cutting out coupons or finding the best deal for coupons and go to the store and you save $50, that's what's up. Shouts out to you. But we do it so that we can save, because we'd much rather keep the money and exchange the time. Now, if you do it for a hobby, I'm not mad at you, okay? And I'm sure there's a bunch of financial experts on this call that says, yo, that's what you need to do. And if your coach is telling you that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. But if you don't want to do it and you're doing it out of obligation, we need to have a clearer picture of the lifestyle that we want. So let's say that you are going to eat out every day. How much do you eat? How much is it to eat out every day? What do you think? What do you think? How much is it? $50 every day? So if we multiply it at 50 times 30 days a month, that is $1,500, is it? Is that $1,500 a month? And eating out? That's $1,500, right? My math doesn't fail me, does it? Yeah, it's $50 every day for 30 days. It's $1,500 a month. Okay, so having the freedom. And let's say that you don't even you don't have to eat out every day, but you have the option to. So we have this budget of eating out every day at $1,500 a month. 1,500. And then we got to calculate groceries. In this lifestyle, how much do we spend on groceries to have a stocked fridge? How much? I don't know. You guys would have to tell me. How much? Now, little stuff. Let me tell you about some life-changing stuff for me. Okay. Well, I always desired to get real cereal. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm not talking about multi-meal. You know what I mean? Any of my multi-meal babies over here? Y'all don't know nothing about no multi-meal? Okay. Multi-meal is, instead of fruity pebbles, it's frutangios. Hold on, let me show you. Let me just show you real quick. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna go to Multi-Mill's website. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Y'all don't know nothing about this lifestyle, okay? All right, let me show you a little something. This is Fruity Pebbles, but instead of Fruity Pebbles, it's Fruity Dino Bites, okay? I know you're really into the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but the Cinnamon Toasters is the same thing. The only problem is, as soon as the milk touched the cereal, it's over. It is a wrap. I don't even know how to get away with this. This has to be some sort of copyright infringement. What the heck is peanut butter cups? Let's see what the peanut butter cups are. Oh, it's not the peanut butter cups. You see that? One of my desires was to buy real cereal. All through college, it was multi-meal. I'm saying they don't know nothing about this. You know what I mean? Go to Walmart. I know exactly. It's on the bottom. It's on the bottom shelf. They got their own section of multi-meal, killing the game. Okay. One of my desires was just buy real cereal. Okay. I was sick of that. I don't want like French toast pastries. I want cinnamon toast crunch, man. And my lifestyle said, when I go to the grocery store, I have to go get the multi-meal. But I always looked at it like, dang, I want real Fruit Loops, not Fruity O's. You know what I mean? I think this is some valuable stuff to go after. These are real goals here. So when you go to the grocery store, instead of thinking budget, and I have to stay in my budget, I desired one day to just go to the grocery store and get the stuff that I want. I want mad snacks. Steak. Let's get steak. You know what I mean? There's two different brands. There's always the house brand. There's Great Value in Walmart. Y'all don't know nothing about it. Y'all don't even look at the labels. There's Great Value, which is the Walmart brand, but it also sits next to the real brand. You know what I mean? Not real or fake, but it sits next to something with better ingredients. And I wanted the better ingredients. But I always would compare the two and see which one's cheaper, and I would make the decision based off which was cheaper. Because I can fettuccine Alfredo is fettuccine Alfredo. Whether it's Great Value, Alfredo sauce, or Prego. Or if you want to take it to another level, there's always like an Italian brand that you never heard of, and it's expensive for no reason. You're like, I ain't getting that. Not when I get a $1 Great Value, I'm not about to spend $6. That's a big jump. $6 on some Alfredo sauce that's in a fancy can with Italian people on it? Nah. Nah. Yes, they got the garlic bread. They got the cheap garlic bread and the real garlic bread. They got Texas toast and they got toast from Texas. It's different. It is different. I'm telling you, it's different. These are some of the, it was lifestyle desires for me. These are some of the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to one day, Sarah talked about it too, and I resonated with her so much. I wanted to go. Okay, now I'll tell you Terica's story. Terica said, I was like, yo, when did you know that you were rich? When did you know that you were like up? She said, one day I went to the grocery store and I paid for my groceries. But what was interesting is this time I didn't check my account before I bought the groceries. I just bought it and walked out. I gave them the card and walked out. That's how I knew I made it. That story gave me chills. It's that type of freedom that I hope you have. But we won't know until we paint the lifestyle that we want and then go get the money for it. Then we go get the money. Being able to give someone your credit card or your debit card without that feeling of anxiety of, is this going through? Did the thing I paid for, did that money come out already? Did my paycheck come on time? Okay. All right, so let's say we're gonna eat out every day and we're gonna do $1,500 and we're gonna spend another $1,000 on fancy groceries. How much traveling do we want to do? How much traveling? Throw it in the chat. How much do we want to travel? How much do we want to travel? Throw it in the chat. How often? How often? 4 times a year. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. I'll be what, every quarter? I love it. Every week, twice a month. Let's go monthly, once a month. All travel all year. I love it. Monthly. Let's start monthly. Let's just say lifestyle. Now if lifestyle for me, it would be traveling. Actually, just to let you guys in on a little secret about me. My desired travel goal is to travel less. I would like to travel maybe like 2-3 times a year, okay? Because I really don't like going nowhere. I like being home. I like being at the crib, and that was my ideal lifestyle. Sometimes I have to travel because I have to work, but even that is an obligation. So my travel goal is kind of in reverse. But I understand people that want to travel once a month, twice a month. Imagine being able to travel twice a month, okay? That's dope. What would that be? How much would it cost to travel twice a month? I don't know. How much? What do you think? Throw it in the chat real quick. How much would it cost to travel twice a month? $6K. Woo, just on traveling. Just on travel. $10K, just traveling. $4,000. I'm sorry, this ain't no other expense. It's just me going to experience something new every single month, or to get my mind off of work, or to take my laptop and work. I don't got to work from the house. I'm going to Miami this week. 2 weeks later, I'm going to Chicago. 2 weeks later, I'm going to Hawaii. 2 weeks later, I'm going to go to Alaska. I'm going to run up to Alaska, see what that do. I'm going to go to Mexico, double back to Jamaica. I'm going to go spend 2 weeks in Paris. I'm going to do my work then. Imagine, let's just go. Here's the thing. I know what you're thinking. Some people are nervous to even put it in the chat or to write it down because even saying it feels weird. Even saying it or writing it down feels weird. Yo, it's so crazy. Some of us are restricted from dreaming because in the back of our mind, it's a waste of time. Let's go with 6,000. 6,000 on the travel budget. 6,000 on the travel budget. Straight out travel, car, house. Okay, we shop how often? This is a part of lifestyle, right? How often are we going shopping? How often are we going shopping? Or what's our shopping budget? What's our shopping budget? Every month. monthly? 800, light low 800, 3K, I ain't mad. 5K, all right, unlimited budget. That could be dangerous. 5K shopping budget. Hey, man. All right. 5,000. Hey, somebody DM Donnie. She spent at least that. You know what I mean? She a few thousand a month. She has a real problem though. You know what I mean? I don't advise y'all to fall into that trap. Donnie has a sickness. She just shops too much, and I can't hang out with her no more. You know what I mean? So let's say our shopping budget is 2,000, and you know that I'm gonna buy some bags, some shoes, I'm gonna buy some shirts, some jeans, some hats, some shades, some glasses, some something. 2,000. Okay, last one, real quick, because I gotta get out of here. How much do we give per month? How much do we give? How much do we give? How much do we give per month? 10%, 8K. Okay, I get 20%. I ain't mad. 17,000. We get out of the way. 3,000. I give 3,000. I'm tithing 3,000. 7 to 10,000. $300. I ain't mad. 2,000. Let's say we are going to give $4,000 a month. We just want to give that away. And if we're going off a tithing system, we'd have to be making about 40,000 a month. But let's calculate real quick because I'm going to get out of here early, okay? Because I want you guys to have a conversation amongst yourself. And when I get off here, because I got to go do this podcast training. Oh, it's really, really cool. I had a 2-day podcast training with a corporate company. It's like a big nonprofit out in LA. So I got to do a 2-day training. They flew 20-something people in, and I'm teaching them podcasting. Okay. So if our house is 10,000 and our car note is 5,000 and eating out is 1,500 and we got groceries that we're going to spend $1,500 on and we're going to travel $6,000 and then we're going to shop $2,000 and then we're going to give away $4,000. Those expenses all together equal a clean 30,000. A clean 30,000. The things that we're talking about would have to be 30,000. Now, I need you to double that for all the stuff that we didn't talk about. 60,000. I need you to double it again for taxes. All the stuff we just talked about, $30,000 a month. I need you to double it for the things that we didn't discuss. There's a bunch we didn't discuss. And sometimes your shop budget is going to go over. And we didn't talk about your dating budget if you're single. And we didn't talk about doing cool stuff for your spouse once a month. And we didn't talk about the things we're going to do for our family. And we didn't talk about the philanthropy. We didn't talk about being able to put a seed into another business. We didn't talk about all that stuff. So we're at 60,000. But then we got to double it again for taxes. Meaning, we have to make $120,000 every single month to live this lifestyle that we just talked about. Do you see yourself making $120,000 a month? Y'all know that's not a lot of money, right? 1.4 million, light work. Here's the question. Here's the major question. And this is like the crux of all that we're talking about right now. Okay. How do we go make the $120,000 a month? And it's only $120,000. Put only, throw only in the chat real quick. It's only 120. It's only 120K a month. That's light. Oh, it's not even $2 million. Oh, yeah, come on. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? Here's what's crazy. When you get to the 120, your goals are going to change. You're going to see different stuff. You can't do nothing with $2,000 a month shopping. That's crazy. Eating out $1,500 a month? Oh, you're crazy. Every time we go, it's $300. You'll know, you'll see it changes. Listen, sometimes it's not the 1, 2, 3 steps. If I can wrap your mind around seeing the lifestyle that you want, it will change your activity, and your activity will change your results. Period. Yes. I like that. Casey, you talking good. Casey, you talking good. My man said it's only 3 more trucks. Light. That's light. You got a $1,000 product. You only have to sell it to 120 people every month. That's light. Say that's light. Fall in the chat. It's light. It's light. That's nothing. That's nothing. What if we spend the next 10 years acquiring real estate and the real estate starts to pay us $120,000 a month, but we still got millions and millions and millions of dollars in the real estate, but that's just the money it spits off. It's light. Do you know one good idea can get you that? One good idea. I'm just saying, I'm trying to help you here. I'm trying to help you. See it. I just want you to see. If you don't do nothing on this call, but see it at the end of this. Because that is telling me how you think, and how you think will change what you do. Now that we know the lifestyle that we want, we have to look at the thing that we do, and we have to compare the things that we do with the things that we want. And now that we know what we want, we'll do different things. We'll go a little harder. We got a vision. Oh my gosh. Some of you are going to go to your spouse today and say, yo, here's the vision. This is the lifestyle we're going to live. And you're going to go up to your spouse and say, yo, how much do you need for a shopping budget? They're going to say, what? Like, baby, don't worry about the prices and all that. Like, what do you need for a shopping budget? You're gonna go out this weekend and go shopping. What do you need for that budget? And they're gonna tell you, and you'll take a mental note. Oh, wow, once a month, I'm gonna have to do this for my spouse. We're gonna have to add that to the lifestyle number. We gotta add it. And you're gonna go up to your elderly parents, and you're gonna say, yo, I know, Pop, you drive that truck and it keeps shutting down. Like, what type of truck? Look, let's go on cargurus.com, or let's go to autotrader.com, and let's just, what kind of truck do you want? Let's just spend a little 15, 20 minutes together. What kind of truck do you want, Pop? And he's gonna show you, oh my gosh, if I got this F-350. Oh, I've been looking at this thing. It's amazing. You're like, well, the truck is 50,000 bet. 50,000, my note's gonna be about $800. Say less. You're gonna put it on your number. You're gonna put it on there. Let's just figure out what we want first. I'm telling you, this is one of the things that really changed my life. I identified what I want. And identifying what I want, I had to figure out how much is this stuff gonna cost? How much is it gonna cost? I'm telling you, even today, I'm on Zillow 3-4 times a week. Looking at houses. I like the house I have. My wife, she's fixed up our house. It's comfortable. It's good. It's not the dream, though. It's not the dream. Not saying that I have to go buy the house, but you want to know what's cooler than buying a house? Being able to buy a house and not. You know what's cooler than going shopping once a week? Being able to go shopping once a week and deciding not to. You know what's cooler than traveling once a month? Being able to travel once a month and not. It's called freedom. It's called freedom. And my desire for you, as I get off this call, is that you at least experience what freedom is like in your head first. Because if you can experience what freedom is like in your head, you will soon have it in your hands. But you have to see it first. You have to see it. You have to calculate it. I'm not just talking about like manifestation and visions. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about seeing it and knowing exactly what's required to go get it. First step, see it. Second step, put together a plan and do the work to go get it. Third step, enjoy it. All right, I'm out of here. Man, I missed y'all so much these last couple of days, and I ain't gonna leave y'all like that no more. Especially until, well, when my baby comes. I don't know. I can't make those promises, but I love you all. Let's go after it, please. Please go create a success story. Go help somebody do what you plan on doing, because you can't help somebody do it until you do it. Go get it. Show your kids what it feels like or what it looks like to go get it. I have the biggest flex in the world. I can teach my daughter how to go after her dream. I feel good about that. And it's not theory. I need you to experience certain things so that your kids trust that you know what you're talking about. I love you all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Go crush it. All right? Go crush it. Bryn, back to you, my sister.
If you like the video that you just watched, click this one. You're going to like this one, maybe even more. Click it right now.